Hi everybody, hello. Today in this video I will help you to find places to sleep and rest in big cities overnight, and I will share with you the spots where I slept myself during my Interrail trip. A lot of people practice backpacking across Europe during summer, but if you sleep every night in a hostel, it's very expensive. In this video, we won't talk about couchsurfing. Instead, you will learn real homeless techniques to sleep with zero coronas. If over 20 days of travel you sleep a third in the streets, you will save a lot of money, a big amount of money, okay? Also, it's a good experience if you like to visit cities after midnight, because you will have the time. After this travel, you'll better understand the difficulties of the homeless people. Also, you won't have to worry about hostel reservation. However, you need to know the truth. You won't sleep a full night in the streets. Maybe it's a problem if you want to walk a lot during the day, so probably the most famous option, but in my experience not the best, because there will always be cops to disturb you, and you'll be afraid of prostitutes and delinquents, and in addition, a lot of train stations close between 1 a.m. and 5 a.m. If you have an Interrail Pass, you can take the trains that depart early in the morning. They often go to the suburbs, so you will have 1 hour to take a nap in a comfortable wagon with a power outlet. Airports are also famous for backpackers, but they are located outside the cities, and you can't necessarily sleep before the boarding gate. Nonetheless, there aren't only train stations in cities. In Zagreb, the bus station is the best possibility to sleep for free. You'll be in security, surrounded by asleep people who wait their correspondence. A cafe is open 24 hours a day, and you have electricity. I was only disturbed by some homeless people who spoke loudly. Mais c'est le jeu. I totally recommend the bus station if you don't know where to sleep in Zagreb. It exists different categories of parks which require different thinking. We have the very large park, but they are closed after midnight, and they are guarded. But you can finish your night over there in the morning, like I did in the Schönbrunn Park in Vienna. You can finish your night over there because they open very early for the runners. Don't sleep in little squares. There are always drug users, so you will be totally uncomfortable. Generally, if you hear footsteps or voices around you, don't sleep in the place where you are. It's better to keep walking, maybe to get away from the tourist city center. The best option, in my humble opinion, is to find a little closed park, climb the fence, and then lie on the grass between bushes. Still in Vienna, I slept one night in this not especially known and closed park because it was near the train station. In Budapest, I slept in the park just above the kilometer zero of Hungary. It's the most intense experience. because you will be very, very afraid to be woken up by a policeman or just by wallpaper. My first night in Vienna, again, I just slept into a ditch in front of a student residence. But you can sleep in car parks, you can hide on the roof of a campus. I did that in the past with my friend. There aren't cameras up there. You can sleep everywhere. With one of my friends, we slept on benches in front of the Bad Belzig train station, and we took our train to Berlin at dawn peacefully. Honestly, you should have nerves of steel to try to sleep in the streets, because sober, of course, because you will be cold, and with an entire night of loneliness, you will have the time to think about your life. Right. You can try to stay all night long in McDonald's. For example, in Krakow, some fast foods don't close before 5 a.m. The problem is, of course, you will gain weight. My abs aren't yet perfectly visible, so instead to order whoopers overnight, I did some sheathing on the banks of the Vistula River all night. To conclude this video, it's funny to don't know where to sleep during a travel, but it's mostly funny after, in reality. Time passes slowly, and there are only strange events around you. Maybe going on vacation with other people is more classic, but it was the best time of my travel, honestly. When you sleep in the street, you don't meet anybody. So I really want to thank my wonderful friends for putting me up the last night of my adventure. I slept in the hostel room, so thank you very much. Finally, the conclusion of my travel is work a lot, get rich, and invite your girlfriend or your family or I don't know who in a luxurious suite. They deserve better than sleep in the street.